Today we're making the base to the Farmhouse round table. You know, the foundation, really with everything, is the most important part. This base is made from 6/4 and 8/4 ash. Ash is incredibly beautiful and plentiful in Ohio. It's a throwaway wood. There was a bug that killed a lot of them in this area. But it's incredibly hard, and it's incredibly tough to sand and to plane down. It's hard on your saw blades. But when the product is done, it's just amazing. Here I'm ripping up boards that will make the supports for the structure of the base, and I'm gluing them up to make them thicker. So in all, there will be 8 pieces of wood made from 16 boards. And I'll just clamp those down and give them 3 or 4 hours to set up before I plane them down to the final width. So here I'm making the boards for the bottom and the top of the base, and these are going to connect together with a half lap joint. So I'm finding center here, and then I'll find the width of the board and I'll translate that onto this piece. This table, for me, a lot of firsts happen with this. I had never used a dado blade before, which you'll see here in a moment. I've never made a half lap joint before. So a lot of this is just trying to figure it out. I don't work off of plans. I don't put things in a computer program, use SketchUp or anything like that. I just kind of make a drawing and build off of that. So once I get my dado blade installed, I'll measure the height of the blade that's appropriate for the cut. And I think for the first time using this blade, my joint turned out pretty good. Had to do a little cleanup with the chisel. But everything seemed to fit together just right. You know, woodworking for me is more than a hobby. It's more than something I do to pass the time. I think there's value in creating something in life. Something that is beautiful, something that has an impact, something that makes a difference. I started woodworking when I was in a low place in life, and I found myself with a lot of time. this is what I ran to. It was my escape. But now, it helps to feed my family. I'm able to use the gifts that I've been given to create something beautiful. And I'm just so lucky that I get to do this. There are so many pieces to this table. There's so many parts that need to be shaped and cut and sanded and stained and finished and painted. Once everything is built, once all your cuts have been made, all your surfaces have been prepped, it's time to put it together. And this is the most satisfying part. All of those late nights, all of those days where you didn't feel like working on this. It just all of a sudden seems like it was worth it. And it is. This used to be a tree in a field. And now it's this table. And I have to admit, that's pretty cool. So I could finally put these riser bars, or these support bars in. And you have to get them just right. You have to kind of go back and forth to the saw a little bit to make sure that you have the right length so all of your joints come flush with the pole. And I can fill those holes with a plug. Once you sand everything down, get everything trimmed off, it just looked amazing. And this was my first time spraying paint in this way, and I tell you, it's one of the nicer finishes I've ever been able to make. I think any painted project I do from here on out, I'll be using this enamel paint, oil enamel paint. And I had to work the top and get it a little bit smoother before I applied the stain. And I'll tell you, I learned a big lesson here. Don't apply stain in direct sunlight. I had to restrip this thing and restain it. It was a nightmare, but I learned my lesson. Cool, dry place. So once I got it stripped down, I flooded the top, and I was able to wipe off the stain, and it left a really nice finish. Now here's the most satisfying part, seeing all that grain pop. I'd like to take a second to thank my customer. My customer and their family in the past years have just been through the ringer with life and circumstance. It was an honor to build this for you and your family. And I'd like to thank all of the people who have asked me to build something for their home. And I hope it brings you joy. Thanks for joining me on this journey. And if this is something that you like watching and want to see more of, hit that subscribe button. I've got some really cool projects in the lineup, and I can't wait to show them to you. Thanks for watching.